I guess it's a new form of masculinity because you're not sporting a wig, you're not performing, you're not collecting money like drag queens, you're simply being authentically you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Unfiltered. Today's guest needs absolutely no introduction. It's the Patrick Starrr. Let's just get right into it because I love your story. I've been a big fan of yours for a while, and I will say this on the record, you were the second big YouTuber that I ever met in my life.
Oh my gosh, stop.
But you were also the kindest because I met you last year on the Tart trip in Kauai, and you were just so kind to me. You were you wanted to be my friend. You wanted to sit by me. It was just a really nice experience. So thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Because you didn't have to do that.
No, I did. I really believe in life opens up when you do. So whether it's your producer, the Oprah of POPSUGAR, you never know who you're gonna meet. So it's not about just pleasing who you want to please. It's just being nice because those two things are free. Saying hello is free.
Yep.
And being nice is free, and that's what I believe in. So yeah.
That's why I love you. So let's dive right into your story. I find it fascinating, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you started off as a photographer, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what initially got you into makeup.
Yes.
Which I think is so awesome. It's a great point that you never know where life can lead you. Mm-hmm. So can you talk a little bit about that? How photography kind of created your passion for makeup?
Yeah, so I was doing photographs for, I guess, my classmates in high school. So I would take their picture, Photoshop it, and then I kept Photoshopping for hours. And I was like, well, instead of Photoshopping, maybe I can just do the makeup before I do the photo shoot. So then I'll save a lot of time after and just get them on their way. So yeah, that's what I started doing. And then it just became a thing with makeup, and then I started bundling makeup and hair and photography as a little
entrepreneur.
Yeah, like a little businessman. So
that's smart. So then, how did your family react when they saw that? Because you were doing makeup on other people.
Yes.
But when you started getting into makeup on yourself, how did your family react?
My mom and my dad were like, "Don't waste your money buying makeup." I think looking back at it, they were more wanting to defend me, I guess, from bullies or the negative people out there, but it was very hard, and I was like, "You hate me, you don't want me." And my mom would be like, "Your makeup is too orange," and I was like, "No, I'm gonna wear it, I look good." And it was very hard, but I think diving into business and being an entrepreneur was a way to prove to them that I was taking this seriously, that it was a business, and that if I bought more makeup, I could charge more, and good quality makeup, and they saw it as like wasting makeup, but wasting money.
Oh,
that wasn't the case.
But then you turned it into a business.
Yes.
So was there a particular moment where they're like, all right, you're good, like you know what you're doing?
I think it was when Benefit Cosmetics had asked me to go on the first ever brand trip.
Yep.
I was like, "I'm going to the Bahamas." And they were like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I have followers, and if I post such and such, then they get views." And then I explained it to them, and sponsorships I explained to them, so it became a lucrative business and understanding for them.
That's so cool. So do you think people have a specific idea of what a YouTube makeup artist is, or maybe an unfair viewpoint of a YouTube makeup artist?
I feel like there's a little bit of this disconnect right now between industry artists that are represented by the union, and also it's not everyone, and then there are also Instagram artists that want to be involved. For example, like IMATS is gauged towards just professionals, and there's Gem Beauty who are gauged towards consumers. So I'm looking to bridge that gap, and I've talked to makeup artists like Carolina Dali. She's a celebrity makeup artist. I met her with Maybelline.
Yep.
She's done like Charlize Theron, Gigi Hadid.
Gigi, yeah.
Yes. And I met her and I asked her like what is your stance on this? And she explained to me that it's for everyone. Makeup is a community. It should be embraced. Also, Pat McGrath is another one.
Oh my God, I love Pat. And she loves you too.
She does. Like
everyone loves Pat.
Pat McGrath invited me into her house, into her home in New York, and hopefully she's coming to my home next week. You have to subscribe to find out.
Hello.
But it's really cool to see the successful makeup artists in the industry, get to know someone like me that's on YouTube, because I started out in the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
It became popularized through being full coverage and baking your face.
Yep.
Which is not for everybody, but it's just fun.
Totally, and that's the thing. That leads me to my next thing. So you've been very vocal about the fact that you worked for a specific makeup brand in a store, and they told you to wipe off your makeup that one time when you dressed up like Jeffree Star, right?
Yes.
And I have to say, like, I was very surprised because that particular brand obviously is very encompassing, right?
Right.
So how do you think from then to now things have changed for men in the industry?
I don't know.
Because they were saying like boy makeup, right? They're like, go put on your boy makeup.
So there was an experience where I was told to take off my makeup when I worked at a makeup counter, and they said take off your makeup, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna play the rules. You know, maybe with time it'll change. So I feel like the digital age, this generation was able to embrace it, and I guess also through RuPaul's Drag Race, I think.
Yes.
Because I look at men in makeup like drag queens almost.
Yeah.
But it's an attainable fantasy for women to learn from men, and it's a different perspective, a different way to learn makeup. So I think it's really fun.
I totally agree. I think a lot of times people have a very closed-minded viewpoint of, well, you know, why would we have a man showing us how to do this? Because no, and I honestly struggle with this as an editor.
I asked the same question when I started. I'm like, why would I want to start a YouTube channel? A lot of my coworkers were saying, "You're so funny. You should start a makeup channel." I was like, who the hell is gonna watch me do makeup?
Well, that's the thing. You have personality too, and you made makeup a fun thing to enjoy with the application. Because I know so many people are like, I love the end result, but I don't like the process. I love the process,
yeah,
and
too.
you made the process entertaining for people,
right?
And something that they want to do. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it is getting better. But I do think there's still a stigma. People are like, well, don't women want to watch women put makeup on their faces?
Right.
I'm like, no, I learn from you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I learn from so many men on YouTube. So I love that your mantra is makeup is one size fits all.
Yes.
Because anybody can wear makeup.
Anyone. It was funny. I came up with that phrase, and I was in the Beverly Center shopping at Forever 21, and they don't got a plus size section there. Like,
yeah.
I was like, I'll just
Hello?
wait for my girlfriend to finish shopping. But you know, the one thing I could buy right now is makeup, because makeup is a one size fits all. And I was like,
Shing.
let me tweeted it, I posted it, and that just became a thing for me.
So then did you ever struggle personally with like fitting in to like these sizing requirements? Did you ever have negative body confidence?
Yes, of course. Like I when I started Patrick Starrr, I was like, I have the makeup, but now I need to complement it with nails or fashion. So then I was like, let me start wearing skinny jeans. I know it sounds so dumb. Skinny jeans were like the first thing that I took some Old Navy men's boot cut.
Yeah,
is that what it is? And then bootleg jeans.
Bootleg Old
I
Navy.
took some boot cut jeans and bootleg skinny jeans. That's what I did.
Oh my God.
So I hand stitched like the seams, and I folded it inside out just to make them look skinny, because I was too embarrassed to buy women's. I didn't even know they existed, because I was like, I don't think they make skinny jeans for
plus size.
Yeah. So I was like, let me just bootleg this hack right here.
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and then I remember showing my brother, and he was like, what is that? And I was like, they're skinny jeans. And he was like, but you're not skinny. And I was like, but they're cool. So it just turned into, it took me a while to embrace my personal style.
Awesome. So I consider you an A-list in the YouTube community. I like the king of my heart. Very much so. But do you ever feel like you have to guard yourself in terms of things that you want to say because of social media and backlash?
I'm realizing that now. I just forget, because we're not in the public eye all the time, and we just like vent on our phone or online, and we film at home. We're not performing in front of like a whole crew or to an audience. I'm not singing like Mariah Carey to thousands in Europe, you know? So
yeah.
It's very hard to put it into perspective, but these meet and greets do. Like when I meet followers or subscribers or family on the street or at a store, at a makeup store in public, it just puts it into perspective that, oh, you're watching. Oh,
yeah.
your grandma's watching me too. Oh, your boyfriend. I love it when the men like come up to me. They're like, oh, you know my girlfriend? Oh, she's a fan of you. Like I'm at Chipotle, and they're like, yo, you know my I watch you, right? You're Patrick. And I'm just like, yeah. Thanks.
Exactly.
Bro.
Has there been an instance where you're like, oh crap, I need to kind of pull back, or you're like, you know what, who cares?
Of course. I'm sure if you compare the parallel to that of celebrities and, you know, like TMZ and gossip and stuff.
Well, there's even now YouTube channels that are TMZ of YouTubers, which I'm like, whoa, this is a thing now.
There are, yeah. So I do have to guard myself because I think I just hit 2 million subscribers. So
yeah, you did.
I feel that there is a social responsibility for keeping my channel and my persona a positive hub, because that was the intention that I had starting this channel, was education, happiness, positivity, inclusivity. So it's my social responsibility. So I do have blocked words on my channel. You can't, because I have a lot of younger followers that want to learn how to do makeup, and if they're reading these negative comments, that's on me.
Totally.
It's not on the haters, it's on me, because that's my channel, that's my space, and I am guarded online. Yeah,
you're the gatekeeper.
Yes.
So you guys have seen Patrick's channel. You know, you've been very outspoken. Like, I am a man, but I love makeup. So how has makeup helped you with your masculine side, but also your feminine side? Because a lot of people might see you and be like, oh, he is feminine because he wears makeup. But how do you think it helps you with your masculinity? Does it? I
don't know. I just feel like I'm me. I'm just very down the middle. I don't wear dresses unless I'm like in drag for Halloween, but I feel like being masculine, I'm able to help other boys who want to feel beautiful with the medium of makeup to allow themselves to be masculine.
That it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's a new form of masculinity because you're not sporting a wig, you're not performing, you're not collecting money like drag queens, you're simply being authentically you with makeup. So I guess this could be a new form of masculinity because I'm Patrick, so
exactly.
That's just what it is.
And I also think too, it kind of speaks to, you know, what we were talking about earlier, how, you know, boy makeup is different now.
Right.
It's not just like, you know, covering up a blemish.
Right.
It's accentuating your lashes.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Have fun with it. All right, before we go, I do want to talk about your surprise makeover.
Oh.
Because I truly did love this video. So April, the Uber driver, you guys saw this. How did you have, what was the connection that you had with her that made you think, you know what, I want to do something nice for her? Because you meet so many people.
We're gonna go back to masculinity. That's what she was so intrigued by. I came from an event just like this, glam, and she was driving, and in her rear view mirror, she was like, I love your makeup. And I said, well, that's what I do. I'm a man in makeup. And she, at a red light, she was like, let me see.
And she turned around.
She turned around, and she told me about her cleaning business and how she wasn't aware. My word of the year for this year, I always have a little mantra of the year, is being self-aware.
Yeah.
So sometimes we all get caught up in things and we're not really self-aware of who we are, what our potential is. And I think looking at her, she wasn't self-aware of her true potential with makeup because she's a single mom. She drives Uber. She has her own cleaning business. So I was like, I want to shift her perception of herself and give her this gift of being self-aware via makeup, via beauty.
Yeah.
And so by giving that to her, the result was
the
amazing.
result was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was so heartwarming. I personally think that it could be a TV show.
Thank you.
I hope
I miss those TV shows.
Me too. I loved them.
So I was like, you know what? Let me bring a YouTube version of it with just a genuine, you know, introduction to someone random like an Uber driver, and let's just make it really special. So I called a bunch of my friends, and we had a really great result with her.
And she had a great story too.
Yes, a beautiful story.
Will you keep doing those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I will.
All right, Patrick, thank you so much for coming on the show. I loved our conversation. Guys, let us know your favorite part of the interview in the comment section below. Requests, guests, because you guys asked for Patrick and we got him on the show. So anything can happen. Also, subscribe to POPSUGAR Girls Guide, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.